Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we have some interesting bits of information to talk about from former Rockstar Games insider Yan2295, and also current Rockstar Games insider and data miner TezFunds2. We've heard some sort of cryptic hints and clues, and also some of the things that Rockstar look to be doing over the next couple of weeks as far as the update events go here in Grand Theft Auto Online. So we'll be hearing from both of them today, and as always, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Please get the discussion going, and let us know what you have to think about the topics we are going to be going over today. So let's begin actually from hearing from former Rockstar Games insider Yan2295, and the reason I say former is because a couple of years ago, Rockstar actually asked him if he could stop doing leaks for GTA Online. And when Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar actually asked him to stop doing that, he did. He said he would no longer do that anymore. And since then, we've actually seen him kind of pop his head up every now and then, talking about either the community of Rockstar or GTA or Red Dead Redemption, or commenting on current events that are going on in the gaming sphere. But every now and then, it sort of seems like he dips his toe back into maybe providing some very cryptic hints and clues. Like before the Los Santos Summer Special update ended up coming out, he was doing a bunch of things where he was actually hinting at a potential law enforcement or even a Cops and Crooks styled DLC. And even on his social media platforms like Twitter, we've seen him interacting with video game journalists, particularly Jason Schreier in particular, usually dropping little bits of insight and knowledge on maybe things Rockstar are doing next, like Grand Theft Auto 6. There was a big discussion between who is right, the media journalists and outlets like Jason Schreier, who at the time worked for Kotaku, and the Rockstar insiders like Yan, who were saying, two different stories regarding that Grand Theft Auto game. And we actually heard from Yan for the first time since the middle of August, where in August he said this to someone who said, people who thought Doomsday was going to be Hipsters Part 2, and said, I still wonder what happened to that update. So that was back in August. And then we heard from him last Saturday, where out of the blue, he just said this. There's one thing I really like about Grand Theft Auto 5's map, and that is the landscapes. And if you're noticing something interesting about the word landscapes right there, the entire word itself, landscapes, seems to be in a different font. And then the scapes part also seems to be either bolded or italicized, or there's more emphasis on it, that's for sure. So that's the first thing that I noticed, that scapes was actually blurred. And going back to the whole thing, there's one thing I really like about GTA 5's map, and that is the landscapes. So I'm sure this is obvious, and I'm sure you know this definition, but landscapes are visible features of an area. So it could be something like a forest, or beach, or mountain, or waterfall, or the sea, or a visible feature of the countryside or land. And if we're just looking at the scape part of that, it's combining form extracted from landscapes, denoting an extensive view, scenery, or a picture or representation of such a view as specified by the initial element. That's the definition from dictionary.com, and it would be used in like cityscape or moonscape or seascape. So I'm guessing that's what he's referring to there. And I'm also guessing that this is referring to what Rockstar is going to be doing in the newest update in the December 2020 DLC, which Rockstar has confirmed is going to be in an entirely new location featuring a brand new heist mission. And so naturally, a lot of people are excited about the heist, but they're also very excited about the brand new location. And a lot of the speculation surrounding that is that Rockstar is going to be going to an entirely different place, like not just a new spot on the current map, but either an island off of that map or also an entirely new spot altogether, like an existing Grand Theft Auto city, Liberty City, Vice City, etc. So I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this interesting cryptic comment from Yan. And the reason I believe this is a cryptic clue or a hint is this is something he's typically done in the past, and it seems very random to talk about on the next DLC speculation topic. Like, if he really just enjoyed GTA 5's map, that comment would have been more appropriate in either like a map marking thread or in a general topic discussion, not about the next DLC. So I think there is a cryptic clue hiding behind there. I would, of course, love to hear from you guys in the comments down below on what you think about that as well. And now transitioning to Rockstar Games insider TesFunds2. We heard from him on Twitter responding to someone that said, any news on GTA updates? I heard there was supposed to be one this month, then one in December. I don't know where that has come from, an update coming out in October. And TesFunds2 said, no, the next one is coming out in the holiday season, aka December. So there you go. That's what Rockstar Games insider TesFunds2 had to say on Twitter regarding that, although I think it's pretty obvious at this point that the game or the update was going to be coming out in the month of December. And we also heard from him on the GTA forum site talking about some of the things that Rockstar could be doing over the next couple of weeks. And there was a couple people that were wondering what was going on with the current podium list. So one user ended up saying, well, Brawler is this week's podium vehicle, which was not on the list before. Could you please tell me what other cars are on the list now other than the Gauntlet Classic Custom, Frankenstein, XA21, T-Gon, VSTR, S80RR, and Apocalypse Death Bike? And TesFunds2 says, I did post the list with the Brawler included. It was recently added last week to be specific. So the remaining ones are the Brawler, which came out this week, the S80RR, which was re-added, the Gauntlet Classic Custom, the DR1, the Frankenstein, which is most likely coming for Halloween, the XA21, the T-Gon, and then the older cars, which we'll talk about in a second, the VSTR, and an old car, which is still new on the list, but the S80RR. And then he follows up by saying the Death Bike isn't part of the list anymore, and there's not much other than what you've stated. So in total there, we've got the S80RR, Gauntlet Classic Custom, DR1, Frankenstein, XA21, T-Gon, and if we include that one old car, the VSTR. So that means we've got 7 vehicles left on the list, which would basically take us up, if Rockstar added no new ones, until the very beginning of December, which that is right around when we would likely start seeing new information and even a new release on that big update, that heist in an entirely new location. And someone followed up by asking, might be kind of a weird question, but do you have a list of cars that were meant to be on the podium but went unreleased, just like the Death Bike? And he said, you mean vehicles that were removed from the list? Pretty sure the Death Bike is the only case we have of that happening. There are vehicles that have been collecting dust for a while, like the S80RR, recently listed twice, and the VSTR, but these are still on the list and can be released at any upcoming event. So it makes you wonder what Rockstar does have planned next, especially for these podium cars. That's kind of like the one hint or clue we have at what they're doing next, especially because they don't really tell us all that frequently on the newswire. So we have to use sort of in-game stuff like this to get a better idea of what might actually be going on. But anyways, that is all the information that I have got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this weird cryptic hint and clue from Rockstar Games Insider, former Rockstar Games Insider Yan2295. And what do you think of the details from TesFunds2 on what Rockstar looks like they're going to be doing and releasing over the next couple of weeks and months? Again, let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. Would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.